Okay, that's what we're here to talk about, Super League. Just whatever you want to say about it, go with what is it?
So Super League is really, I guess you can say, it's a new concept in physique competition. And it's a collaboration between myself and Jay Jung that has City Athletic Club in Vegas, very popular gym in Vegas there. And we've been talking for months about trying to get together something new, a new competition for bodybuilders, physique athletes, and so on. We didn't want to do what's already being done because it's already being done. And, you know, if you want a bodybuilding competition, you know, you've got the IFBB. I'm 6 times IFBB Mr. Olympia. So we don't want to try and duplicate that or compete with the IFBB. So Super League is a competition really for a functional bodybuilder. So there's 2 rounds. The first round consists of 8 different exercises, bodybuilding exercises, mainly on machines to keep it safe. And you're going to be scored on your maximum set of 12 reps on each of those 8 exercises. So let's say you go to the first exercise, maybe it's leg extensions. So it's going to be an arena. It's going to be a referee there. There's going to be a scoreboard. There's going to be commentary and everything, so it's entertaining. So you go to your first exercise and you've got 10 minutes to score your maximum set of 12 reps. And that's scored reps times weight, and you get a score with that. If you do more than 12 reps, it won't be counted. If you do less than 12 reps, it's not optimum because it's reps times weight. So 12 reps, you can take a training partner in with you. So you're there with your training partner. And there's some strategy because you've got to try to like figure out what is the maximum weight that you can try to hit 12 reps with, and not too light, so you do too many reps and you miss out, or not too heavy, you don't get enough. So there's some strategy there. So you've got 10 minutes on each exercise. So once you finish the first exercise, you go to the second. The second competitor with his training partner will start. So there's always some action going on. So 8 exercises, your total weight times the reps gives you a score there. That's one round. The second round is interesting in that it's a physique scan, and it's using a computer with 3D scanning technology that's used by the US military. They, you know, so precise they make weapons with it and so on. So this is going to totally scan your physique, and it's going to give you a 3D model of your physique. So exactly as you look like on that day, even if you've got one little hair on your ass or whatever it is an exact replica of your physique on that day, which you get to keep. And you get a score for that round as well. It's basically arm and chest measurement minus the waist, calves and leg measurement minus the waist, and this gives you a total score. So you get a score for one round, which is lifting weights in sets of 12 reps, which is what bodybuilders do. So we can see now what guys can really do. There's a functional aspect to it. Where, you know, if you're in the audience and you go to a bodybuilding contest and you see these guys on stage, okay, it's impressive, but what went into that?
Right.
Where's the athletic event? You're just standing there, right? So I always felt that was kind of what was missing. So we've got that. That gives you one score, and this physique scan gives you a second score. So also now there is no gray area. There is nothing subjective here. You know, either lift the weight or you don't.
Right.
And the ratios for the physique scan are the ratios, and you can read more in depth about this on superleaguelive.com or Super League Live Instagram page. So more in depth, all the rules are there and everything. But basically, that's what it is. And there's 4 weight categories for women. There's 4 weight categories for men. And there's $10,000 prize money for the winner in each category. We've got Nike sponsoring us for clothing, which I don't know if I'm wrong, but I don't know if Nike's ever sponsored a bodybuilding type event before. And bodybuilding.com, they're doing the live coverage online.
Now, when you do you have 10 minutes to do the 12 reps. So let's say, you know, like in the first 5 minutes, you do a set and the referees are there, and you feel like that's not your all. Since you still have 5 minutes left, can you say, okay, I'm not going to count that set, I'm going to rest, and then I'm going to go for the next one, or is it you only have one attempt to?
I believe we're going to have one attempt, but that's a very good question that I don't actually know the answer to. But the idea is that you use that time to warm up, you know, because you're not just going to go straight in and do 12 rep set, right? So the idea is you do a couple of sets to warm up, which is really along the lines of my training program.
Right.
I mean, that's what I recommend. One or two sets warm up and one set to failure. So that's what we're looking for. And I think if you tried to do one set, if you had time to do another one, you could, but it probably wouldn't benefit you because you'd be exhausted from the first one. So I think it's in everyone's best interest to try and hit that set. So if it was me, I'd do one set, you know, pretty light, and one set kind of medium to get going, and then trying to hit that set for 12 reps. And it would be, you know, there will be a start and a finish point for the repetitions, and there will be a referee there and on-screen replay if there's any disputes and stuff like that. So it's pretty clear cut, you know. There can't be any bias.
Right.
So you either lift the weight, you don't lift the weight. You got the physique ratios. There's no human judging aspect to that. So I think that's appealing to a lot of people.
Now, it's probably too early to, you know, maybe you guys have already thought about this too. So you have like an individual competing against other individuals. Is there anything in the future that you see maybe this could actually become like a team sport where there's maybe 3 guys that compete for certain ratios against another 3 or something like that? Or
yeah, that's a possibility. Right now, we're just starting out with individuals. But there's a whole range of possibilities there, and there's already interest in doing it overseas and so on. So, you know, it's early days. We haven't done our first one yet, so we don't want to count our chickens before the eggs are hatching, you know.
Right.
There's a lot of interest there. The first one is in Vegas in July, second one in September. And, you know, as I said, there's interest in doing it abroad, so it may go abroad. And there is potential maybe for a team event there as well.
Now, since this has metrics, which everything can be scored by and seen, again, maybe too early. I don't know how much you guys have thought. Like, I don't know if there's a whole plan already to the end to where this is as big as it could get, but Olympic level. Because there's metrics, it could be actually considered Olympic, right? An Olympic event. Is that something that you say someday?
It's not something we've thought about or discussed at this point. So if the opportunity comes up, of course it would be great, but that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it to give another outlet, another competition for people that are bodybuilders, if you like. I mean, I think there's probably a lot of guys in the gyms around the world that have great physiques and they're strong, they can lift the weights, but maybe they don't want to do a bodybuilding competition for various reasons. Maybe they don't like the posing aspect, and maybe they don't want to diet right down and get dehydrated and lose size and so on. So we're not trying to replace bodybuilding. It's kind of, you know, another option that you've got, and we're already starting with some prize money, you know. Right. So we put money down there, and that's only going to increase. So it's good, you know. It's not a cheap game, man. Training for bodybuilding, we all know that. So if you can make some extra revenue competing, and a lot of people would not really need to diet for this. You know, you need to be in good shape because your waist ratio is a part of the contest with the scan. Right. And also the competitions, they're going to be wearing just Nike compress shorts and Nike shoes. So the physique is going to be visible, which is good for the, you know, the audience, online audience and in-person audience. They can see the physique and actually as it's working as well, which is pretty impressive.
Great. Well, at this point, I want to open up the floor to you. What anything else you want to say about this stuff or anything else you want to touch on? I mean, I'm open to, obviously.
Well, that's, you know, I'm going to be over in Vegas on the 9th of June. The 9th and the 10th, so I'm going to be over in Vegas then, and we're going to go through the equipment and the competition and stuff like that, iron out any kinks and so on. So we'll probably be doing some little videos and broadcasts from the auditorium where it's going to be held and everything. So people keep an eye out for that. There's going to be more news coming out. But in the meantime, if you want to read all about it and all the rules and the Q&As and everything like that, go to Super League Live, and I think you're going to be pretty impressed. And of course, we're always looking for people's feedback.
Awesome. Well, Dorian, first of all, I know you don't do a lot of interviews anymore, and you're not, you know, doing a lot of things that I see, you know, on the internet. But Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. As far as I know, I will be there in July at the event, so I'm looking forward to it. And please keep me posted.
All right, man. Look forward to seeing you there, and everybody else. Super League Live. Go check it out, man.
Thanks, Dorian.
All right, Jerry. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.